It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. Next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Love this look to start the ball game. They empty the backfield right away, and that's going to put some early stress on both their offensive line and on the secondary. And here they get the completion and a quick first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 21 yards for Breece Hall. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that a very nice looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 more on that one and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Mixon on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Stroud looking to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Rodgers again now. Touchdown! Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Stroud out of the gun here. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Taking it right down Broadway. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 64 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What, 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That is caught, and he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up the screen for Hall. Touchdown, Jets! Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Inside handoff to Mixon. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on 3rd down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The throw over the middle taken in. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll complete this one to Collins. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And Stroud now to throw. Open man is Diggs. He's got him. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have got it back to within a score.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. New York set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Rodgers now on first down. And his pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rodgers to throw once more. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Desmond King picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? On first down, here's Stroud. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Stroud now. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. Taking a shot for Dell here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Stroud looking to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
The give now to Abanikanda. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Stroud. And Diggs has it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. You know what we need, baby.
Now a 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now here's Stroud. That is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mixing up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Man in motion left, that's Collins. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times?
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 33 yards that time.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Neville Hewitt from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Collins. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 1. Play action. Here's Stroud. Another one caught by Collins. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That is caught by Dell. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell, 74 yards. And the Texans have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And New York set to take the field. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. Room past the 35. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Houston. Now a play fake. Rodgers. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud will run the option left. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
So 3rd down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the toss, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping him for a loss. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And New York set to take the field. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll find Williams on the slant. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Rodgers going to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Stroud looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down 28-21. A minute 44 to go. And the 4th down stop gives him a new lifeline, at least for the moment. Back to throw, Rodgers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Open man here is Conklin. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Now 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir. That touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Rodgers to throw. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Boy, you want to talk about guts? Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This is 1st and 10. One final shot for C.J. Stroud. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long from Houston.